Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Jets. Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's going to go deep for Conley. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Chris Conley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. It's a big run there by Henry. 43 yards.
Jaguars.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Henry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Now left side on the swing pass. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A first down carry for Henry. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 20.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. 59.
Play action. Now it's Murray. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. On the counter, Elliott works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Ball carrier.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the 29, Murray. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Being chased out left. And this will be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's third down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Hey,
Shotgun now from Murray. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. I think it's intercepted.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On second down, it's Henry. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Now it's Wilson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Complete.
Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
22 yards. And the Jaguar first down.
On first down, Henry. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. Derrick Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and 1.
Brings up second and 1.
The toss right to Henry. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. On second and 11 now. Wilson takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down. Now Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. First and 10, it's Wilson. Looking for the end zone. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Michael Thomas. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars move back within a couple of the lead. Now Doug Marrone not even hesitating. They're going to go for 2. From the gun, it's Wilson. And unable to to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Murray. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Murray, forced out to his left. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. On first down, Henry. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
They go play action with Wilson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down. Cordray Tankersley, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
A 50-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the 2nd. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 63 yards. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Check, 59, 59.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray, and they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Eric Armstead picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Hey, let's get this, 57's the mic, watch 57.
Murray with a 3rd and long. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And this one is right down Broadway. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jag touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Succop for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Jets 24, Jaguars 15.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now he'll pull it down, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They'll try to run for the first with Henry, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Just like that. Just like that.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Play action. Now Wilson looking long for Thomas. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kevon Seymour. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7. A final shot before half for Murray. Smith catches left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. A nice run there on first down as Henry uses his size to plow forward. Call it a pickup of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On first down, Wilson. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
First down, Jacksonville.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun, Wilson. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 37 yards.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Flush to his right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the one I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevon Seymour. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free.
Can't be denied, boy.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
And before they can get the play off, here's a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball. That's their first of this second half. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. After the turnover, here's Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line.
15.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Joe Reed returning. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Right there.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And he's got Snead. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
24 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Wilson will throw again. Buying time to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was caught.